Well, we're kicking it and having fun on inspirational radio. We the talk show. Kicking it and having fun. So turn your radio up.
Listen, I want to welcome y'all to another fabulous edition of the Re-Up. My name is Reverend Mo Money, and I want to talk to y'all just a few seconds about, pride and prejudice. Somebody shout pride and prejudice.
Prejudice? Prejudice.
Pride and prejudice.
Prejudice.
See,
okay.
It's plaguing our Black community, with all the recent happenings around this particular area and this region. I wanted to come on and say a few words about pride and prejudice. Yes. See, pride will definitely cause you to fall, but prejudice will alert you that there's a fall about to happen, because see, somebody, when they prejudice against you, they ain't gonna be able to hold it in. See, they can hold that pride in when they need to, but that prejudice is so powerful. It's a powerful enemy. And I want all of y'all to understand out there under the sound of my voice that we ain't playing no more. Yeah. We ain't playing no more out here. These streets have been calling for change, and we're here to bring it to you, and we are going by any means necessary to get things addressed. Do you hear me? Okay. Before I get into that, let me say this about this here team of individuals that we got on this Re-Up show. Let me introduce you to, for those of you who don't know, Deacon Shelton Seaworth. Good friend of mine. Good friend of mine. Very, very astute young man who knows his stuff, But you gotta watch out, Shelton. There's some people out there that got a little bit of prejudice against you.
Prejudice. With a T.
And LaSonia Witt. What can I say that ain't already been said about you, darling? Listen, you're wonderful, you're mighty, and you're out here in the streets pulling down strongholds. And I can't say enough about what God is doing in your life. Yeah. Every time I see you, you got a different hairstyle on your head, and you got a smile on your face. Look at God do what he do. Oh, my God. Look at him. Boy, look at him. And let me lastly introduce one of the men who's responsible for me gaining my seat in the pulpit, none other than the Bishop One Good Leg. This man has been a force in the Christian community for so many years. He is definitely recognized from hither and thus and hitherto again. Look at here. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your contributions to all that you do here for these listeners that are watching y'all. And I want everybody under the sound of oh my God, something is breaking down over there. Somebody get a hold of yourself before I send the Holy Ghost over there.
You hear something breaking down?
Breaking down. Breaking bad is what they would say. But listen, I'm going to get out the way, and I'm going to be back later on to talk to y'all more about this pride and prejudice. And we're going to definitely get some things. Yes, of course. We're going to get some things accomplished on today in terms of our understanding. But y'all have a great and wonderful show. All of you are God's people, and I love you with the love of the Lord, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Thank you.
Prejudice. Sheldon, did you get a pastor?
What's the pastor's name?
Mo Money.
Mo Money.
Reverend Mo Money.
Reverend Mo Money. Hey, how you know him, One Good Leg? Where y'all meet
Oh
at?
man,
Seminary?
down south, man. Down south, man.
It sounds like his real name might be Reverend No Money.
Listen, let me tell you, he got a little cash. You saw them glasses he had on. There was
Yes, sir.
I see. Okay.
Them glasses cost some money.
Well, welcome to another episode.
I don't know whether they was Gucci, Hoochie, or Versace.
I don't know. Not Hoochie.
Yeah. You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Hey, well, we definitely want to welcome everybody to another episode of TheReuPLive. It's been a real couple of interesting episodes leading up to this one. We've been talking a lot about relationship with God and then relationship with our brothers and sisters. I know last week we got into a good conversation about Ja Morant. As far as I heard, I think the man's still, he's holding strong. Did they already make the ruling on that, Dion, or are they still working on that? They ain't still announced nothing on that, have they?
I hadn't heard nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? He must got some good lawyers. They keeping that out the news, keeping it under the rug.
Well, I don't know how true this is, but him and his partners, his camp, is trying to say now that the second gun was a play gun. It was they want a real gun. So that's what they trying to use as defense.
Listen, I don't care if it was a cap gun, a bop gun, or a real gun. You shouldn't have had a water gun in your hand, Mr. Morant. You shouldn't have had no type of gun whatsoever. Stun gun, fun gun, none of that. No gun.
And get you some friends.
Nothing that sounds like gun. You
circumstances.
don't get you some. Don't even
Fun.
have no gum in your hand, because
Don't have
gum
no fun.
sounds like gun, and you can still get into some trouble with some
Don't
gum
have
in
no
your
fun.
hand. So just none of that. No fun gun, no stun gun, no gun, nothing.
Yeah, and then like we said on the episode, y'all definitely go check it out if y'all haven't. But just take a look at your friends around you, man. Like, they know what situation you in. They know better than putting you on blast like that. As Dion would say, with any type of gun. They know what kind of flack gonna come with that. So
They know.
So I know we talked
they
about
don't.
that.
They too stupid to be around you. So get them from around you if they that dumb.
Well, the other thing we talked about, we watched the episode from Jubilee Spectrum, and they were asking questions to Christians, to a room full of Christians. So I can tell you, really had enjoyed editing that video, breaking it up. Go check those out, like some interesting questions about the LGBT community, about going to heaven, about doubting God, dating, whole gamut of questions that I think are questions that are really critical, questions that people practically ask of the church, and I don't know if we always give like a practical answer, or a real answer with those. I know, Hassan, you dived into the reason why God doesn't want us to have sex before marriage. Like, it ain't because he want to punish us. It's really because he want to protect us from ourselves. So really go back. I would recommend, definitely go check those out. And a lot of good discussion there. We like to hear from you guys on what you guys think about those topics. Whether or not, hey, maybe we missed something, maybe we didn't talk about something, maybe it's something you want us to delve a little bit deeper in. You can tell we don't have a problem talking about it. Current event. I know this week a couple of things have happened, so far this week. Pat Robinson from the 700 Club, he passed away. I believe he was 93 years old.
Wow.
We were kind of talking about him in the in the green room. Really, a lot of Christians, especially from, I'd say my generation, our generation, but I don't know, am I a baby boomer? What am I? Like 40s, whatever.
No,
Like,
definitely not.
not a baby boomer? What am I? I don't know how those
No,
generations
you
work.
like Gen X.
Gen X? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember seeing Pat Robertson on the TV growing up, like on the 700 Club. Can't say that I watched him too much as of late, because, just like I was telling y'all in the green room, I didn't even know he had ran for presidency. Really, a lot of the political things that we see happening where the church involvement, where the church is more involved with it. From what I'm hearing, he had a big stake in what we're seeing a lot of today. So definitely influence. I know 700 Club has been around for decades. Like I can't.
I used to love the 700 Club as a kid. They would have the best stories. I will say that. 700
Yeah.
Club would have some of the best stories. They would get people from all walks of life doing all kinds of stuff. They would have some good stories and how they would turn out. So I like the research they did to get them, how they started and how they ended up. So they would have some good turnouts. They'd have some good stories on there. That's what I remember growing up. Like you said, I hadn't watched it like lately, but I remember as a kid how they had some good stories, all types of different races and stuff too. I remember that.
Yeah, what I remember is as soon as I would see his face, I would turn the channel.
Why you say that?
What happened, man?
I didn't want to have nothing to do with the 700 Club. I was like, man, I don't want to see this.
Why you thought you was gonna be on there? They was gonna get your story. Why you didn't want to be on the 700 Club? What happened? Tell me the background.
I just didn't want no parts of that. That was like way too grown up. They were talking about real issues and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
Or hear about that.
Yeah,
I didn't. I
I'm
wasn't
glad
on
you
that.
explained that. I was like, ooh, these people having a hard time. I said, what? That's why I used to like it. Just for the reason you didn't. They had a hard time. You said
you probably got saved earlier than I did. So that's what probably that was. I was like, I don't want to hear this. I don't have no desire to see Pat or whoever he is, or that woman with him or not. As soon as his face would come on, I'll be like, oh, no.
I'm glad you explained
You
that.
got to
That
go.
helps me. You said he dealing with too much real life stuff. I can't do it. That helps me. 'Cause I was like, what? That's why I used to watch it. Them stories was for real. They was for real.
I don't know nothing they was talking about. I don't know their format. But I just didn't want to hear all that old talking and stuff.
Countries.
What happened, show?
I said I remember they would go to different countries.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Indonesia, Africa.
Mhm.
I think that's when I started seeing them commercials for like $4 a day. Or
Oh, okay. See, I don't know about that part, but
I don't know about
I
the
remember
commercials.
traveling to the countries.
Yeah. But definitely made an impact, I think, on the Christian community.
Yeah.
What I would say when I found out that, he was part of the conservative movement, so a lot of things that I know the Conservative Party and the Republican Party, believes in, it sounds like it stems from, leaders like, Pat Robinson, which, I can definitely see that. To Dion's point, I know they've been on definitely some serious things for a very long time at the 700 Club. That's what I think we can all relate it to. Now I would say I don't know. I mean, did he support like Donald Trump?
I'm not sure. I
never knew if he did or not or whatever. But
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I know we're gonna move into the other news of the day, which is about Donald Trump. His recent indictment.